Hi, everybody. Sorry I couldn't be here today. I had to take my wife to a doctor's appointment, but hopefully you got done with the quiz and everything went okay. I'm going to run you guys through about 3 slides. It may take 2 presentations. We'll kind of have to see how it goes. I may just do the first slide and then do a second one. When you get done with this, you do have a map sheet that you need to do. So make sure you get that done. You do not have to do the thinking criticallys at the end. When it gets done, hand it in the basket that says hand in work here that's over on the side of the classroom with the door. Okay, so here are the notes and everything you need to know about them. So section 2 of the notes, we kind of got done with section 1 the other day. Section 2 of the notes talks about how Congress takes control. So if you're thinking, the 3 questions that we've talked about Reconstruction, who's in charge, eventually the answer is Congress. And we'll talk about all the reasons why as the week goes on. But kind of the first thing, the 13th Amendment, remember that freed the slaves. It abolished slavery. But the problem is it didn't really give them any protection. They weren't citizens, so technically they weren't covered by the law. If a white person was walking down the sidewalk and someone punched them in the face, technically a crime had occurred, assault and battery. But if an African-American person was walking down the sidewalk and someone punched them, realistically, in the eyes of the South, there was no crime. Now, that was a little different in the North. It kind of depended on the town. It kind of depended on the police officer. So don't think that everything was like perfect and unicorns and rainbows and puppies in the North. Now, the rights and the citizenship were all left up in the air by Lincoln's plan, by Johnson's plan, by Congress's plan that we talked about last week. And so since there was no real decided idea of what to do about that, Southern states' governments started passing these things they called black codes. Now, black codes are not good. They're racist. They cause segregation. They cause social problems. And they kind of irritate the North and make Reconstruction take longer. There are laws that govern the conduct of freedmen. I always say they keep the African-American people almost at the edge of slavery. Imagine for a second, when I went to high school 10,000 years ago, once we got done riding the dinosaurs to school, freshmen weren't treated very well. You might think that you get picked on, but that was a lot different at my school. There were different rules. Freshmen weren't allowed to do a lot of things that the older kids were able to do. And when a freshman violated some of those rules, upperclassmen would often bully them, haze them, physically challenge them. And the school didn't necessarily do anything about it. And so by comparison, the black codes were kind of similar in that people could bully, harass, beat, kill African-American people. And the Southern governments and the Southern police often didn't do anything to try to stop these situations. So the black codes were really kind of seen as a huge negative. And unfortunately, in some places in the South, the black codes don't exist anymore, but the racism that they caused and the hatred that they caused still exists to some extent. You're not going to have black codes like they used to be, but there is a lot of unwritten rules in some places. Like, for instance, Mississippi is considered to be one of the most racist places on the planet. I'm going to stop this first one because I've got 2 other slides I want to do with you guys today, and I don't want to run over the magical 10-minute time limit. So you're going to need to click on the next link to get to the next thing. If you have questions, write them down. That way you'll be able to go back and ask me those when I see you guys. Remember, with a recording, it's great. You can stop it, you can pause it, you can rewind it if you need to. It makes it easier. So good luck. If there's any major questions, you can chat me. I'll probably be on my chat today. All right, on to video number 2.